Megan Woods.
Mr. Speaker, at the end of question time today, we heard the Speaker remind a minister not to be arrogant. I'm waiting for this to be entered into Speaker's rulings, Mr. Speaker, because this is a government that is arrogant, and it is a government that is out of ideas, and it is out of touch. It is in small-term thinking, it's petty stuff, and perhaps that was no better exemplified from the Honourable Jerry Brownlee's contribution in this House this afternoon. Now, Jerry and I, we're both from Christchurch, so I know when he says these things, he's being really nice. I never actually knew Jerry felt that way about me, that this is his way of being nice. So to hear Jerry, though, I mean, it's really the equivalent of a sonnet from Christchurch's own D.H. Lawrence, Mr. Speaker. Because actually to hear that Christchurch's own D.H. Lawrence talking about deputy leadership when you consider that Jerry was once deputy leader of the National Party. Jerry was the man who walked the plank with Don Brash, Mr. Speaker. So Jerry walked the plank with Don Brash, so he knows a thing or two about being a deputy speaker. But Jerry, to give him his dues, Jerry has achieved quite some feats in Christchurch. The best is the Memorial Gate at Christchurch Airport, the place that marks where Jerry broke the law and snuck through to catch his plane. It's a very difficult gate to navigate, so it is quickly colloquially becoming known as a Jerry-proof fence. It's certainly, I am sure, going to keep that minister at bay. But, Mr. Speaker, this is a government that is failing. Let's have a look at them. There's Murray, Peace in Our Time, McCulley, and my colleague David Parker has chronicled in this House many of the things that Mr. McCulley has been up with. But as my other colleague David Shearer might like to say, let him drink milk. But Murray has a cunning plan. Murray knows he's on the ropes, and Murray knows that peace in the Middle East isn't going to be enough. He's going to have to come up with something more to save his reputation. So he's come up with a doozy, Mr. Speaker, a demonstration farm in a New York apartment complex as a beachhead for a new breed of sheep with straightened wool. That's his big thing. But he's still currently negotiating the facilitation payments and seeing what he can come up with. And coming up with straighteners. Let's think of this. If there was ever a symbol of how out of touch this government had got, it's a pair of $400 straighteners down at Moby. Now, I am reliably informed that these are Cloud 9s. For the uninitiated in this House, this is a brand of hair straightener, an offshoot of GHD to be specific, Mr. Speaker. Cloud 9s exemplifies this no more. But word on the street is these straighteners have actually now blown up. Someone left them on and they've now burnt out, much like this government, Mr. Speaker. But I have my suspicions. I'm thinking Stephen Joyce snuck into Moby in the dead of night, aggrieved that the symbol of his reign of power was going to be a pair of Cloud 9s. And he smashed those straighteners to get rid of it, because he really never did want his legacy to be a set of hair straighteners, Mr. Speaker. But then, of course, we have the minister, the other minister for everything, who goodness knows why you'd give Nick Smith a pile of things and ask him to sort them out. Because, Mr. Speaker, none of them are sorted out. We have Nick Smith in housing crisis mode, and we have his other portfolios absolutely suffering because he is distracted and unable to give them the attentions. We literally have a tyre mountain growing in this country that Nick Smith refuses to act on. My only suspicion is Nick Smith is thinking, you leave enough of them to build up and I'll be able to build some more houses there. I'll call it Crown Land, I'll get a busload of journalists, I'll take them round and I'll tell them that that's where we're going to build some houses. He's now dropped the ball on liquid and hazardous waste. And Mr. Speaker, I'm going to resist the temptation to make jokes about what that might be, because this is actually a very serious issue that Nick Smith has dropped the ball on. He is leaving us vulnerable. So if we wanted a symbol of waste in this government, Nick Smith is literally giving it to us. This is a minister that is failing to manage waste, literally. Mr Speaker, this is a government that is mired in sleaze, it is mired in scandal, it is out of ideas, it is out of touch, and its greatest legacy is a pair of hair straighteners.
I call Ian McKelvey.